today, I guess, isn't really to just like take you through a workout, because I'm going to give you a program for the next 7 weeks or so while you're off. It's pointless me just giving you one program that will change every 2 weeks, but I can give you sort of the basic good movement skill and see how you're looking now. Show you some of the exercises and the movement things that will be in your program, check that you're doing them all right, and then at least you know when I say deadlift or squat, that the exercise that I mean when I'm saying it, so that I know the movement is good. Yeah? So Shane, if it's all right with you, can you cheat for pre-activation? Yeah? But I need you to probably kneel on the flat mat area, so as long as you can see or hear Shane, go on one of the flat mat areas with your soccer on your knees. If my calculations are right, you've got 7 weeks of off-season. What we'll do is we'll do 1 week where it's easier, a bit of rest, recovery from the season. Then you'll have 6 weeks that will build. So you'll have 2 weeks of what I would call a base program, 2 weeks of what I call a development program, and then 2 weeks getting you sharper back in, ready to come back to the mat play.
Go down your toes. One hand up.
Programs we'll be working through will be split into basically movement categories, exercise categories based on the style of movement, and what will change will be either the weight or the speed, the application to get a different range parameter. So we'll look at pushing, pulling, hinging, squatting, jumping, some core work, and then some plyometric work.
Down to Goblet.
When you open out, try and keep a straight line from the wrist on the floor, all the way up to the hands in the air. Move your head with it. More flexible from 2 months of better pre-activation, a little bit better control. To loosely sort of categorise yourselves for me, I guess.
Four steps forward, 4 steps back. 3. Lateral hop and hold.
Okay, 18, 19 of you, I want you in groups of 3. However you want to organise yourself, don't mind, just get yourself in groups of 3.
When you're doing your work, keep sterilising your hands. Make sure the bars are wiped out.
In your groups of 3, we're going to go over to the track. We're going to make our way up the track, sort of jogging I guess, so 3 in a row, come up, come down one side and back to the start. Does that make sense? So go get yourself lined up in rows of 3 at the start or near the start of the track. We're going to go through 6 times, just picking up the pace. Your brain will start to switch. Don't rush to come back in, but that same we said before, when you start to go through a warm-up, everything's drive the whole way and stop on the line. So the group behind just giving time to stop and then come out the way. Stop on that finish line and then move out the way. Give them time to stop. Good. Let's stop with that last green box, sorry. Stop with that last green box. Sorry, Ethan. Drive from this green box to the final green box. Stop before we go. Good. Okay, we'll work one at a time. I'm going to get you to do what's called a complex, so it's just a sequence of movements without putting a plate down, alright? For this part, I'm not going to concentrate too much on technique. I'm not going to come and coach you, I'm just going to watch what you do. There's 4 exercises for 10 reps, back to back, and we'll do it twice through. So everybody grab a green plate just so you've got one ready. So take all the gear off the front, just one between the group. Four movements. Again, I'm not focusing on your technique. I'm not going to coach you through this. You're just going to do it so I can walk around and watch you. We'll start with a bent row. You'll just pull the plate into your chest. Stand up. Second exercise for 10 reps is just to get it up onto your chest. You can bounce it off your knees if you need to. 10 reps of just getting it up to your chest. Last one, hold it in position. 10 squats. And then once you finish 10 squats, it should be on your chest ready. 10 presses overhead. Okay? So I'm just going to watch you move through it so I can see what you're moving like, and it's also to get you moving through some exercises and warming up. So 10 bent rows to start with. On the last bent row, you stand up.
We got there around.
On the 10th one, you should be ready. Straight into 10 squats, holding it from your chest. Then each exercise. 10 squats. Push your elbows underneath it. Then 10 presses overhead. Once you finish your 10th squat. As soon as you're done, hand the plate off. Straight onto the next person.
Bring it down, bring it down. Yeah.
It'll take you about a minute to do the work. Don't think about it too much. Once everyone feeds, straight back to the first person, straight through. Try and pick the pace up. Think of it as a heart rate raiser rather than a sequence of exercises now. How many of you have done barbell exercises before? Most people? Yeah? How many of you have done them properly? In your rack, I want you to pull the bench right out of the rack and then set the pins up so that the bar is level with the sternum, I guess, of the smallest person in the group.
Bar in line.
Yeah, you can move that one if you want to, yeah. So move the benches out because we're going to be in the rack. Take the bar off to start with, put it on the lower bit, and then adjust the pins up so that when the bar's in the rack, it's set level with the chest of the smallest person in the group.
That bucket still sort of weight on the thing.
Okay, we'll move through this bit quite quickly because we don't have a whole lot of time left. Just make sure that you can see me. I'll borrow this rack. Just make sure within your group you can see me. I can't teach you all the exercises in the world in this session, right? So we're going to focus on movement groups and we're going to focus on a certain style of movement, and then they will be in your program. So if I know that you're doing them reasonably well today, if I make a small change to the exercise, I've already seen you do something similar pretty well and you can apply the same techniques across, right? So we'll do push, pull, hinging, squatting and core, and then some jumping today. And all of your exercises for your programs coming up will be the same movement pattern, right? So overhead pushing, overhead pulling, deadlifting, goblet squatting, and then some core work and some jumping, right? So as long as I know that you're doing it okay today, I can kind of say, right, the program's good. Like I've said to you before, you've got 7 weeks-ish until you come back. You'll have a week of sort of rest and sort of recuperation. You can exercise, but not really train. And you'll have 2 weeks of base stuff, which is kind of hypertrophy, kind of movement quality, so a bit of muscle mass, a bit of movement quality. Some developmental stuff, which is leading into strength, and then 2 weeks, which is a bit more strength and power when you start to feel sharper and get ready to come back. All right? I'm going to show you an exercise, so you're going to need to see me doing it, and then within your groups, you're going to coach each other through it, okay? We're going to do 3 rounds of 5 reps of each, just to see what the movement quality is, and then we'll move on to the next exercise. All right? We'll start with a barbell overhead press. You're going to take the bar outside your shoulders, so your hand is going to sit basically level with the front of your shoulders, okay? For the whole time, we're going to try and keep your forearm underneath the bar, all right? So if you're in this position, you have to overcome that angle before you can push up in any way. So if we start from this position, it means you set your shoulder blades in this position, so that as you press up, the force goes through the bar. Does that make sense? I hold the bar with my thumb on the other side. You don't necessarily have to do that, but if you do it, make sure you're holding the bar because obviously if you aren't, it's more on your head. All right? So, bar in front of my shoulders, press up and then head through so I can stand there all day. That's stretching on my skeleton, not my muscles, just holding it. As you come down, forearms stay underneath the bar and it stops just in front of your shoulders. Okay? Body stay tight the whole time, then you get a good integration of the whole system into the press. Press up above your head, head through, lock and hold, elbows move in front, forearms come down. Everybody happy with that? Yep. How what you see?
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's nice and straight.
What about the bottom there?
maybe he could have his
Elbows too far back, yeah. Coach,
Yeah.
push his elbows forward.
Yeah, just put your
Yeah,
yeah.
That's it.
So Callum, do what's on the stand in front of them or behind them. You'll see the whole.
Once you've done 5, chuck it back in. Spin.
If you're coaching, stand behind them
Feel like?
or at the side.
Yeah, you can go like that. Coach him.
Keep the elbows straight the whole time, right?
Elbow straight from any angle. So like, you open your palm out. If I press down, does that feel solid? Yeah, so I can see already that it's solid everywhere. That's solid. Push my hand up. That's a solid movement. Alright, so that's what we want with the barbell. Just nice and locked through your forearm, alright? Yeah, with shoulder blades go so flat straight away. 5 reps at a time and then move to the next person. When you press above, push your head through. So what we're trying to do is avoid this W. Bring your hands in a bit closer. And way up the level. Forward and underneath the bar. But hold that a bit. Press. I'll watch from back in. What we want to avoid. Go down. Is a W. We don't want a W, okay? So bring your hands in slightly. Okay. Push it off your chest a little bit. Elbows forward. Now tuck your arms. Okay, now press. See, now it's straight forearms, elbows gone. Now his forearm stays straight the whole time, right? So when you're trying to work from your shoulder, this transfers the force from those muscles into the bar. So if that's straight, all the force is going through into the bar, right? Tight, right? Yeah, looks solid. If you're twice through, all I want you to do is try and grab one of the little 5 kilo plates. See if you can find enough. They're the little white ones. Why don't you do one more round of 5 reps and just see the difference of that small increase in weight. Lock everything down to support the press, alright? Same technique. Now this is kind of loaded. You'll feel this is actually pretty heavy for good form. Elbows underneath. Abs, glutes and quads. Stop. Every time you do. Chain hook through it.
That's good. Should I stay back on the heels a little bit?
Step out the rack when you're done, just so I know that you're done. Just saying to the boys over here, it's about the right weight, not the most weight. Yeah, it's about finding the right weight for the sets and reps that you've been given. So the sets and reps will be targeted to get a result, not the weight on the bar. Okay, so if you can't complete the sets and reps, you need to find a way to go down the weight. So if it's a barbell exercise and you need to go down, you'll have to use a different tool. Does that make sense? If say I've given you 8 and you can't do them, not an issue, but some of them, find a tool that's lighter and go down, so you might need to use a dumbbell. Okay, but not everybody will have that individualization in their program. We're going to go on to pull-ups. I'm not going to coach you through it first time round. You're going to do 2 sets just of 1 rep. All right, just 1 rep. I'm not going to coach you through it. I'm going to watch you do 1 good quality rep. Okay, so feel free to stand on the benches to get up. Any grip you want, no difference. Your choice. From inside. Just 1 rep. Any grip you want. One, two. Nice. Then drop it down.
I ain't tall enough for this one. Let me do the one-handed one.
You can do the one-handed ones if you want. We got full, like everybody will have to watch that.
you started on.
Need a KK.
You started from the
Oh, they done that.
That was about 1.5. Bro.
Everyone done 2? It's kind of secondary to how good the form is. Okay, if I tell you to do 3 sets of 8 and 7 of them are shit, no point in me telling you to do 3 sets of 8. Okay? And if I tell you to do 3 sets of 8 and you can only do 1, again, there's a mismatch between us. Okay? So we're going to do a round of all of you just doing 1 pull-up with slow tempo so that you can feel the form, and we're going to do perfect form. Okay? So if you take what we've just done with the military press, when the bar's over your head and everything's locked, we want that same kind of form for your pull-ups. Alright? I don't mind which grip you use, just talking to some of the boys down there. These ones are kind of neutral on your shoulders and end up being a bit of a mix between your back and your biceps, so they end up being a bit easier. If you want to do that, that's perfectly fine. But your form should look something kind of solid. Get to a good hang to start with. That's a dead hang, I'm just absolutely hanging off my body. That's an active hang. See my lats have moved me up. From there, it's just a nice, easy, controlled form. No W, elbow straight down, back down on the same form. Just try and work 1 rep with that kind of form, right? Just 1 rep.
That's nice. Well done. I have like 3 pull-up quads.
No, that's fine, but step off and hang first before you start to pull up. There you go. Okay, much harder. You don't have to use the same grip as me, use whichever grip you want. Good. Step on the bench, much easier than jumping up. Keep your abs on.
I'm gonna take this stuff.
Stop swinging. Use your abs.
Everybody's going to need to grab a dumbbell that weighs less than 20 kilos. Just one, sorry, just one per group, I'm going to grab the heavy one. Squat and deadlift with these, but we'll squat first. Somebody tell me a coaching point for a squat.
Yeah, good back.
Basically we shouldn't be going either direction there. We don't want to be too tucked forward, we don't want to be too tucked back, alright? Anything else? Weight through the foot, not necessarily through the heel, but a nice stable flat foot. If you push through the heel, the likelihood is that you're pushing slightly back. Not up on the toes exactly. Anyone else? Chest up, yeah. So the squat that we're picking will help with that. We're going to look for a flat back all the way down. You'll see when I go down, if I don't have a weight, when I come past probably here, my bum will tuck underneath a little bit, right? Everybody's a bit tight through the hamstrings and calves, so that happens to almost everybody unless you're very, very flexible. We will go to the point where that doesn't happen. So whoever's watching him, when you see that little tuck, what we call butt wing, once you see that butt wing, tell him he's gone too far, and then for the rest of the reps, you should hit that sweet spot. With the goblet squat, which is going to be held in front of your body, you'll see it's fucking easy to maintain a position like this, where my feet and knees are in a line. Yeah? Nice and solid, can hold that all day, pretty deep, good movement. Okay? We're going to work through that 5 reps, I'll see what it looks like, and then I'll see where the coaching cues need to be. 5 reps, straight up and down, nice and easy. Okay? Actually, you know what I mean? It's pretty solid already. Not bad. here like this and this, right? Just gonna have gym sharp leggings, right? Clench your abs a bit. Now sit straight down. Don't think about sticking your arms back. Sit straight down. Up. Keep your glutes at the top. Good. Okay, so just like a normal position, no bum shape.
Yeah, Jaffa.
Don't want to. You want to know.
A little bit higher than that.
A little bit too low, right?
Yeah, right there. Yeah, give me that. Cash.
Cash or catch?
Cash.
Cash, right.
Dollars.
Got to remember these. I'm too old to quit yet.
All the way down, doing that.
Just once, then we can talk. Everyone done once? Okay, so the temptation is to go straight to the barbell, like it's the only tool you can use to get big and strong, right? But that squat, for almost all of you, was good. I could say go off and do a goblet squat with a dumbbell, as heavy as you can possibly do it, and I'd be quite comfortable with that, right? We'll go one time through more. I want you to think about foot position so your feet stay underneath your knees and everything feels solid that way. You should feel a big stretch on your glutes. If you've relaxed in your lower back, you won't feel a stretch in your glutes. So if you've got a stretch in your glutes at the bottom, that means you're in a good position. And try and think about getting your elbows just to sit either on top or inside your knees. So as you come down, that's a nice easy position for me, right? Basically parallel at the hips. I can hold that all day, then you can drive up again. The only thing that might be different in some of your programs is as we get through to like strength and power, when you come up to the top, we'll add a press into that. Alright? Once more, 5 reps, nice and solid. Quite as low.
It's like you're trying to get too low. It's like you're trying to get too low. No, you're like sitting in. Which is good, like, because like at the first you went outside.
That's a proper squat.
Good job.
Feet nice and flat.
Peter.
Otherwise, take some time. Yeah. Normally look.
Yeah, you're like right there.
So I just fix it.
Okay.
So try and stand on my finger. Now squat. Right. I'm confident I can keep my finger on there. It's not going to break because he's walking too far forward. That probably suggests tightness in the calves and the hamstrings.
Okay.
Fix that really.
So you should be more flat-footed?
Yeah. It's not completely flat-footed, but squat's not supposed to be. Push into your toes.
Okay. You do something wrong. Just couldn't put my finger on.
No, go again.
You naturally like
Grab it up.
push forward.
Stand on the. Go. You feel the weight is a little bit more through your whole foot now.
Like this.
Okay. So this is why Olympic weightlifters will wear shoes with heels. It takes away the inflexibility of the ankle and the hamstring. So he should now be able to push into those a little bit. Sorry, we're really going to quickly set up for a deadlift, and then we're going to work on some jumping. Then we're good. Okay? Get your dumbbell set up. We can all do this together. Whoever's up first, get your dumbbell set up on the floor, just like mine. Okay? We're going to stand above it. I'm sure there's a nice way to say this, but directly underneath you. Yeah? Hands inside your body. Soften your knees to start with, and then from there, only move through pushing your hips back. Okay? Start by just touching the dumbbell, then stand yourself back up. As you get a little bit more flexible, a bit more controlled, you should be able to pick hold of the dumbbell, keep that nice flat back, stand it straight up. So to start with, stand above it, soften your knees first, just a little bend at your knees, then everything comes from your hips, soften your knees. Now, I'm back. I'm back.
You're not moving.
Up.
Like you're kind of sitting down.
Right. Just as you
Yeah,
pick
because I'm
up,
trying to get enough over it.
you'll see it's pretty good.
Like that.
So it's relax more a bit.
Let's do it again.
Right. This is a hip exercise. First time, good. And then 5 reps of picking it up. Between the feet a little bit more. Right down underneath yourself. That's decent. Very good.
And then you still want to feel like
Don't mind your squat more like a token. Yes. But
Bit more knees.
Alright.
Just as you grab it, your glutes engage, okay? That's your power muscle sprint. So we want it to set body and glutes to be stretched. We're trying to work that posterior chain. Okay? Then you can use a little bit of your knees. And then you can pick it up. Right? If you're watching him, when he picks up from the floor, you'll see him switch. Alright, that's your power muscle sprint. Once we get again, so use a bit more knees between the two.
Alright.
Oh yeah. Okay. Stay on the bend. Now keep hold of the dumbbell. Push your knees back. Push your knees back. Your hamstrings going crazy. Right, we want hamstrings and glutes to work a little bit more. Right, now stand up from there. Okay, now it's a hamstring and hip exercise. Right, go again. That's that tightness up you want, okay? I can feel muscle belly working there. Otherwise it just becomes a standard squat.
But then it's just all core.
You don't do anything.
that's a great question.
You already did it, right? Let me try again.
Right. As soon as you've done 2 sets of 5, take the dumbbell back, stand aside your hands, and then we're just going on to the track. Work through the last set of 5.
I'll drop the weight.
What did we say? Oh, just keep continuously doing it? Oh, gosh.
Where did you like select when I goes like find something that's just above where your head sits?
Down on the floor. Keep your knees out. From here, from your hips. Keep your knees out. Good. I should always be able to see your Riasa logo. Okay, so if that disappears, you've come too far forward, that's probably when you're going to bend pretty back. Soften your knees out a little bit. Bend down to pick it up. Yeah, it's important. It's awesome. Now, from there, while you can hold a bit, just push your knee back a bit. Chest up. Good. Look at that. Okay. pull them straight out. Just offset them. So you can kind of offset here. We're going to have to stick them back in so the other boys can use the track. So 5 around each block. 1 stood next to it and 4 just off. You boys coming in? Stand over there. 5 people now, so you can lose your groups of 3. 1 at the block and then 4 just off. Yeah, we'll take that down a bit. See where you are? Behind him. Back. Happy with that? Okay. Everyone confident with these jumps? Alright. If you're not happy when you step up to just pay attention. If you're not happy when you step up to the box, take it down to a height that you're comfortable with, alright? When you land, I don't want to keep showing you up, but when you land, we want to get into this kind of cork squat position. So if you're landing for a box jump here, the likelihood is you haven't jumped that high, you've just moved your knees up, alright? So it's still not about a power exercise. Get you into this quarter squat position, that should be your landing position. If you're landing any deeper than that, take the box down a little bit, right? Nice and smooth. As soon as you jump, stick the landing. Like a feather. 3 reps, nice and easy. Vamos. Stick the landing, stand up, keep yourself down nicely. 3 reps. Okay, serious, ready now. 1, 2,
Ooh, easy. Ah, you see that?
Yeah, thank you.
Around a little bit.
Still.
Oh yeah. So up, down. He's getting that rebound. Up, down. We'll start from there. Getting that rebound. There you go. Getting up there.
a bit like this.
There you go. Let's see the hop.
Not bad. Feet flat, not on 2 toes. Okay. Try and stick a little bit higher up into the squat. Floating there, very easy.
He only weighs 9 kilos.
That's good, that's decent. Don't want to hear too much, should be nice and quiet. Take the time. Head up when you jump.
Just a bit lower, Bonzo.
Once you jump, you should be able to look at me over here, right? 2 reps, nice and quiet, should be able to get your head up over here somewhere. Good. Jump a little higher though before you do your knees. Okay. Next up.
So I'm going to ask a question of Tom. So, Tom, I've got a gym. How do I do these sorts of exercises?
Walls, benches, stairs if you've got good stairs, blocks. You're probably going to find it easier to do it not in the gym if your gym doesn't have these. A bench of that height will do a lot of the job. Like it's about turning over from standing into a jump quite quickly.
What does it include this time?
This would be a power exercise, but for me I'll be looking at using it as a power exercise in the program. Assessing them, I'm looking at their knees, what are they kicking in, and then helping them get to that position. Yeah, well, yeah. Yeah, it will help with power, but
I have a question. When I normally do this, when I jump, my knees tend to go inward.
yeah.
Like, how can I fix that?
So I'm very unlikely to be able to fix it whilst you're doing the jump because it's such a high expression of power. But the best chance that you can use to fix that is during pre-activation or during warm-ups, because you'll feel it does the same thing, but that's at a lower level that you can start to build up the control. So when you've got the band around your knees or your ankles, then we're working on the stability of the glutes to control your knee. Okay, so while you're doing your steps like this, if you feel your knees are doing the same thing, that's when you can get your work in, and you can also practice squatting and small jumping with a band around your knees to stop it kicking in. Most of you will feel the same thing, and it's the same for me too. Like, it takes a huge amount of focus effort to stop you doing it.
And that's a good question. So that it's not pre-activation's over here, and now we'll go in the gym. It's linked. So the pre-activation is linked to performance, warm-up, injury prevention, and that type of question.
How's that height feel? Yeah? Easy. Some of you will find it easy. Box jumping becomes quite ego-based quite quickly, but you'll get 90% of the work out of jumping onto anything, alright? And then when you're really controlled with your knees looking good and hips naturally being stopped, then we can start looking at pushing the boxes up to maximal heights, okay? But it's very rare that you need a maximal height box jump unless you have somebody watching you like that and you've seen me work. So if you're all over the place and you're doing 6 feet of jumping, great. Alright? Do you want to just try that one more time round? Yeah? Not going to be the bog standard exactly how we've done it, but if I say pull-ups, you know pull-ups now. If I say overhead pressing, you know the techniques, right?
So you win, even if you're not coming back. If you do what this guy says, you'll have a chance physically. Rather than pushing that and looking really ripped, nothing to do with it. We want you fit, we want you powerful, and that's what these exercises are for. Not for posing. You might want to do that, I don't know. This is a serious program. Don't know what's gone on before, not interested, but it is now. Okay, right, get your gear. We'll see you at 10 to 11. Let's go. We'll see Tom there. Go. So you're coming in the second group?
Yeah.
Judge White.
After side shuffle karaoke. Karaoke. You? After kick down across the body.
If you were exercising to recover, what exercise form would you pick? What exercise tool? To recover? Well, so you don't go out and play football as a way to recover from football, right?
Oh, we do like ice bath.
Ice baths. Okay, so swimming, walking,
Yeah, we swim.
cross trainers, basically things that take the load out of your skeleton, right? And something that doesn't load you through the joints is what we're looking for.
Just over. Yeah, get a couple forward and backward.
I don't know, bro. It's always my group. Poor leadership set.
Yeah, it's gotta be the leadership.
You're the common denominator there. And they always go to my side, bro. It's always kick here.
Yeah, left now.
That's count.
Get some range on these, keep your toes up, pop them back down to the floor with a bit of intensity. If you're trying to build sharpness, you've got to move sharply.
After left, both feet now.
Double contacts in between. Try and keep heels on toe. Last one then. Good steady pace. Make sure you get that forward lean. Try and get some stride separation on this one. Longer steps. Then make your way back to that corner. We'll start there. Just building yourself up in pace. We're going to work in blocks of 4 minutes, all right? And we're just going to divide that 4 minutes down in different sets and reps and rest periods to change the parameter that we're trying to work, all right? So generally, the less rest you have, the intensity of the workload comes down, and that becomes slightly more aerobic base, okay? The shorter the work and higher intensity and the higher the rest, then you can start to go towards anaerobic and sprint work, all right? So we're going to start at the low intensity end and build throughout the session to the higher intensity end, okay? We're going to stop short of maximal sprinting today. We will do some fast work, but not max sprinting. That's slightly separate. That's about speed development rather than energy systems conditioning. Okay? So the first block is going to be 4 minutes, just continuous. So in order to get that done, take the intensity down to a pace where you feel everything about it is controlled. Your heart rate's up, but pretty steady, and all of your technique is perfect. All right? I know you never really focus on your technique while you're running, but smooth technique means good energy efficiency. Okay? Let me just grab my stopwatch on my phone. Nice and steady pace, your heart rate will come up as we go. All the way around the outside of the pitch. Think about making it smooth. Okay, how long could you sustain that for? A while. Yeah, that's, if I'm setting you something to do that's sub-max, so if I'm going to go out for a sub-max 5k, that's the kind of pace, all right? It's about keeping it out of your joints, making sure that you land with your muscles and then nothing goes through your skeleton. It's all controlled and very comfortable, okay?
from an S&C point of view, is like the coach's point of view. The technical boxers get you going, technically. And the reason why Tom wants you to do this is you feel what he needs you to feel. So I can look at a video of the box and, well, I can do that. Well, actually do it. Like the running, actually do it. Do you understand, or do you think I'm crackers? That's why it's important.
How long do you reckon you could have sustained that block for? 6, 8 minutes. I mean, you've given me a specific number, but I'm backing you can do more than 6, 8 minutes of slow running. Okay. That is the basic. Once you're working in that position, once you stop working and your energy systems need recovery, that's just the problem with recovery. Okay? That's very, very low level. You can use any of the fuel substances as we start to go slightly higher intensity, it becomes a little different. So that's what we're going to move on to now, a bit of aerobic development, where you're stretching yourself a little bit, so we have to incorporate regular rest. Alright? We spread yourselves along, so just one on the white line facing up to me. One period of work at 45 seconds to one 15-second rest. 3 work to 1 rest. Alright? I reckon, if I'm eyeballing it, you can get to the other end of the pitch and back in about 45 seconds. Okay? At a pace that we can sustain for 4 rounds. Alright? I think that's about right. If it's not and you don't quite make it, that's okay. What's more important is the 45 seconds than the distance. Okay? And it's also important that we can sustain the same amount of work for 4 consecutive blocks. Does that make sense? I will shout your time out from my watch. You ready? You know what you got to do? Up and back for 45 seconds. If you make it back and I haven't shouted, what you got to do? Go again. 45 seconds work, not 2 lengths, okay? 3, 2, 1. Right. 20. 5. 40. Yep. Yes. 5 seconds. 25.
Alex is even out of breath. Just kidding.
35. Well, you. 15. 10 seconds. Five. 10. 20. 25. 35. 'Well done, boys. 5. Should be hard, but still smooth. 15. 5. 10 seconds left. And relax. Bring yourselves in. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
Hey John, that lad yesterday from Ireland, he was just talking about you, the old practice. Say again? He was saying how good you are, that lad from Ireland yesterday. Oh really? It was
Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. The problem with this one is give them a rough distance of what 15 seconds would be. Take it as the guideline. So the ones who are looking to shirk it just do the pitch length in that time, whereas the ones who are looking to work will do the full 15 seconds of work.
Yeah. You can see on the turn, the ones who want to make the extra yards up, or whether it's right, well I've done this now, and that's where I'm going to.
15 seconds, one more to do.
I'll have a chat with them about it.
Five. Yep. Last one. 5.
Run it to see what you can travel in 15. It's not to get to the line. Yeah? I can get to the line in 15 seconds. I can't make the edge of the box, but you lot can. Or some of you can.
5 seconds.
How far can you travel in 15?
Yep. 5. 10. 13. 14. 15.
When you're working. That's the reason you're doing it.
If you're given a distance to cover in a set period of time, you should hit that distance in that time. If you're given a time period to work for, you should work as hard as you can for that period of time. It's based on energy system, but it's also a starting point for us to progress up or down. Right? So if you are trying to hit distance or coasting off for half or 5-10 seconds of the 15-second block, you're not training that energy system. Okay, so it's only when you're given a when you're given a set distance to hit a set time that you should be pacing yourselves. Otherwise it should be self-directing in a certain way. Alright? 3, 4, 5. Get yourselves back on the line, faced up, ready to go. Make sure you're ready, it'll be on my shout. Yes! 2, 3, 4, 5. Face up, up on the line. No more, boys. 6 more. 6 more. No, you're doing 10 counts as one. 5 seconds. Yep. 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Back on the line. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4, 5. anyone not making it? Anyone wanna add that up? 15 seconds. Get back on the line. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. 3, 4, 5. One person will start from the centre circle, press each cone and back to the centre circle each time, okay? It's 6 reps of 10-12 yards of shuttle running. You're only going to do it once, okay? I will give you reps of work to do that's more than once with a certain amount of rest period, but you'll feel how hard it is to do that at max intensity for just 1 rep. Who wants to go first? Right, everybody else? Since you're only pressing the cones, can we get a line going down there just so we know who's next?
You set the standards on.
Feel what it's like to do it.
How long do you reckon it's going to take him? 45.
There, start, go back.
There, back. You ready, Kamsi?
Yeah.
Yep! Back in. Good, nice and sharp. Back in.
Get to the lines, Cams.
15 seconds so far. 2 more. Get down and touch. Back in. Back out. Finish on the centre circle. And you come. 27 seconds. Yep. Sharp back in. Yes, back out. Good. 10. More. Keep working. When it starts to burn, that's the end of work. 20 seconds, 1 more rep. 23, 24, 25, 26, 26 seconds. Yep. Boy, sharp. Get ready for the turn each time. 10 seconds. 15. 18, 19, 20, 21.
Quicker.
23, 24. Get back in. Good. Next one. Yep. Oh. Sorry. You're not ready.
No, it's fine.
Come on. Think about that turn. You can use your left foot as well if you want. 11, 12. 18, 19, 20. Good pace. Go on, last one. Get out. 23, 24, 25, 26. Well done. Yep. 5. Come on, nice and sharp. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Come on. Last one. 23, 24, 25. Lovely. Great pace. Straight in. Yep. Back in. 10. Come back and support the boys zone. 15. Yes, Jack. Come on, nice and sharp. 20. You got one more? Come on, Jack. Keep it up. It's maximal. 23. 4. 5. 6. Well done. Yep. Sharp. Road. Started working. Come on. 12, 13. Get your body load to change direction.
Go on, kick it.
22, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep.
Which way are you going, Matt?
Round to the right, okay. Yes! 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Body low when you're up to it. This one straight out, straight out. 15. 18. Last one, get back in. Oh, well done. Yep. Drive out. Up. 10. 16. 20. Last one. Come on. 23. 4, 5. Well done. 25 seconds. Well done.
Which way are you going, Matt?
Left.
Yeah.
You ready?
No.
Yep.
Can you do it?
5. 10. Good pace. 15. 20. 21. 2. 3. 4. 24 seconds. Yep. The boys did it the opposite.
Get to the line, Shane.
20. One more, Shane. 4, 5, 6. Well done.
Well done.
Yes.
Which way, Ethan?
I'm going there first.
Are you mixing it up or going?
No, I'm going to go in the order,
Yeah, do the clock. You're supposed to be doing the clock.
It's easier that
Yep.
way. Go on, lad.
20. 10. 15.
20.
20. 23. 4. 5. 6. Yep. Take.
Turn off both feet, well done, John.
That quick planted. 20. 23. 4. 5. Yep.
Let's get him, Manu. Come on, Manu.
Over 20, son, go
Come on,
for
come on, come on. Press, press, press. That's 10.
Get out.
Press, press, press.
Get out.
15.
Turns you. Get in, get out. Yes.
20. Come on, come on, come on. Last one.
Last one, last one. That's you. Get there.
Well done. Yo.
Let's go, Mateo.
Sit up ready then, next one.
Keep going, Mateo.
Come on.
Pull Mateo.
10. Nice and sharp, nice and sharp.
Halfway. Come on. Come on. Come on.
15.
Come on.
Come on, come on, come on.
2 more cones. Come on. Push yourself.
20.
Come on.
One more cone, one more cone, one more cone.
Last one, last one, last one, last one.
26.
Get there, get there,
27.
get there, get there.
28. 29. Yep. Sharp, 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 sharp. Get
Let's go,
yourself low
Sinaj.
for that change of
Come on,
direction.
Sinaj.
Do straight lines if you can. 10.
Come on. Halfway. Come on. Come on, push yourself.
Keep working, keep working, keep working.
Come on.
Change up at both feet.
Let's go.
20
Last
seconds.
one, last one, last one. Get there, get there, get there.
25. Yep.
Let's go, Vic. Come on, Vic.
Sharp.
Let's go, Vic.
Use your left and right legs. 13.
Come on, last two. Last two. Last two. Last one. Come on.
20, last one.
Push yourself. Push yourself.
Get to the line.
24. Try and change direction with both legs. So far, everybody's just planting off the right foot every time, even if they got to double back on themselves. Doesn't make sense to double back on yourself and make an extra 3/4 of a turn. Yes.
Let's go, John. Let's go, John.
Nice.
Keep that pace.
10. Come on.
Nice. Come on.
Push.
Pass your halfway. Come on. Last two.
20.
Push yourself. Come on. Get her, get her, get her.
4, back in.
Finish, finish,
5.
finish.
26. Yes.
Come on, Eder. Come on, Eder.
5.
Let's go, Eder. Well done. Get to the line. Don't see yourself. Come on. Push yourself.
Good one. Nice shot, good.
Push yourself.
15.
Nice. Last one. Come on. Come on. Come on.
20. Good changes. Come on, come on, come on.
Get there.
25. 26.
There we go. Well done.
3/4 pace, right? 3/4 pace. Look at the time you make. Right. When you're ready. Control your pace, control your pace, control your pace. Control it, control it. Go even a bit slower than that. Good. Control that pace, control the pace, control the pace. Good.
Why not?
Work it for your ankle.
Keep going, Noah.
Control the pace.
Finish strong. Finish strong. Finish strong.
Last one.
Last one. Come on.
You're done, come on.
Good. Well done. Yes, ready? Yep. Nice and sharp, back in.
Yeah.
10. No, you got to go back to one next. 20.
Come on. Finish strong. Finish strong. Last one. Last one.
Back in.
When you get like
Come on. Let's go. Go, Diego. Come on, Diego.
Nice and sharp, nice and sharp, nice and sharp. Back in. 10. Come on, Diego. Come on. Sharp.
Go on, Diego. Push it. Come on. Go, Diego.
20.
Let's go. Get there. Come on.
Back in.
Last one.
25. 26. 27.
Very good. Let's go, Cal. There you go. Get there.
5. Nice and sharp. Just Cal back in, both legs.
Go
10.
on, Cal. Keep working. Halfway there. Come on. Let's go.
15.
Push yourself.
20. Go Cal, back in.
Go on.
Come on, back out. Last one. Get the line. 25.
Last one.
26. 27. Well done. Ready? Yep.
Come on, E-man. Keep it up, E-man. Come on.
10.
Come on. Keep working. You're past halfway. Come on. Last two.
Come on, push it in.
Come on.
20 seconds.
Finish strong. Let's go.
Keep working. 24.
Finish.
25.
Finish.
26. 27. Well done. Yes.
Come on. Push yourself.
5.
Come on.
10.
Don't cheat yourself. Pass halfway. Come on. Finish strong.
Let's
go, King. Come on. Last two. Come on.
20. Come on, push yourself back in. Last one.
Come on.
Make the line though. Back in.
Let's go.
26. 27. Well done. Yep.
Let's go, Ash. Let's go, Ash. 25. Come on, Ash. You're killing it. Come on. Ash. Keep that up.
10.
Pass halfway. Well done. Let's go, Ash. Come on, 2 more. Come on. Push yourself. Last one. Come on. You got everything now. Last one.
Push yourself. Last one.
Get there.
Last one. Let's go.
Finish strong.
Well done. Watch out.
Let's go, Colton. I messed up one.
Come on. Bring it back now. Go even
Come on.
further now.
Push
12
yourself.
seconds.
Push yourself, Colton.
15, come on, pull it back, 12.
Come on. Last one, come on.
20.
Come on, push yourself.
One more.
Get there.
Drive shot back
Strong,
in.
and strong.
26, 27. Yep.
Let's go, Sammy.
Come on, nice and sharp.
Let's go, Sammy.
Let's drive off.
Keep it up.
Back in.
Well done.
10.
Pass halfway. Good pace.
15.
Well done. Last two.
Nice and
Last
sharp.
two.
Right
Push
pace.
yourself. Everything you have.
19.
Come on. Get her. Finish.
25. Well done. Ready?
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's go, Puncher. Let's go,
Oh,
Puncher. Come on.
Nice and sharp. That's 5.
Come on. Well done. Keep it up.
10.
Pass halfway. Come on. Keep going.
15.
That's 2. Come on. Push yourself.
20.
Let's go. Come on. Everything. Finish.
5. 6. But you've got a massive muscular pump as well, okay? That's about lactic tolerance, all right? Obviously, I'm going to call this the clock pace drill, but we've only done 6 numbers. Yeah, there's obviously 12 on the clock. There are ways that you can progress it, put more numbers in to build the amount of time that you can tolerate, or you can bring the rest down from what we would prescribe and essentially enable you to do more and more blocks consecutively with less rest, okay? The ability to sustain change of direction over time, right? That's it. I just wanted you to get a taste of some of the ones that you wouldn't have encountered before and give you some coaching points about how to approach them when they're in your off-season program. All right? Does anyone have any questions for me?
For this one specifically, for fitness, how many
Sets and reps, I'll write that out for you, but it'll be something like 4 or 5 rests for every one that you're doing. So if you're bringing your time down from 25 seconds towards 20, the rest will start at something like 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes. All right? Anyone else?
My suggestion is if you've got to do it on your own, fine. But I used to do it with my son, and if I didn't do it, my missus would do it. Seriously. So they know what's happening, they can time you. Very hard on your own, but achievable. If you've got somebody, a mate, if you can train with somebody, brilliant. But you've seen the standards. That's all I'm saying. You've got the watch, you've got the heart rate, you know where you're coming from. Any other questions, Tom? About the schedule, about the exercises in the gym, or stuff here?
From a simple point of view, you know where to find it, right? You know how to access your coach and stuff like that.
Fantastic, Tom.
Thank you.
Good, thank you.